here we are again. It's me, 60. No, I almost had a slip of the tongue. It's me, Ibuki Miura Gaming 2022, and we are here to continue the exploration of the old schoolhouse dungeon for our orienteering exercises as Class 7. And yeah, what a way to drop us in, huh? And I gotta say, it's quite rude if you think about it. I wonder where the timer is. There it is. There we are. So, yeah. We are going to continue onward. And, uh-oh, we got a bug. Yeah, looks like that shell could take a real beating. Yep.
It's a fight they want. All right, here we go.
Hey, thank you, fucker.
My turn.
It's my turn. There. My turn.
Son of a bitch.
It's my turn.
So many bugs. Okay, so when there's like these amount of enemies, you have to find yourself using, you know, you're gonna find yourself having to use crafts.
Go!
Because they will level up the battlefield, so yeah. I'm gonna use Autumn Leaf Cutter.
There!
That. Gotta kill off some of the enemies.
My
Alright,
turn.
that's good.
Go! We'll cut our own path.
Yippers! There we go. So yeah.
Elliot, are you okay?
I got a timer set for my live stream on my phone, so I can finally tell how long I've been on. So yeah, here we go.
I don't see any obvious injuries.
I'm okay. I was just so relieved the fight was over. The strength kind of just left my legs. I'm amazed how calm you two are. You don't seem tired or worried or anything.
I guess I'm just used to fighting monsters like these.
You need a hand?
No, I'll be fine. It was just a momentary lapse on my part. I can get up. And there we go.
Look out!
Elliot!
What?
No!
There we go.
Looks like I made it just in time. Thank Adios for that.
Oh, it's you!
You said your name was Machias, right?
That's right. I came to realize that I shouldn't have just stormed off like I did.
Alright, so what I gotta say is for my, how I'm gonna be handling Cold Steel 2, however, that's going to be a different beast altogether. That game you can go anywhere. So that game is going to be, since it's going to be a guide game for me, for like whenever I start like doing like stuff like the free day and stuff like that for the freaking, for these games, like on the free days, I'm going to look for all the quests. I'm going to look for the hidden quests, because in this run, and only this run, and possibly for a second run of this game on my own again, I'm going to attempt to platinum this game. So you're going to be noticing a burst here. So yeah, it's gonna be one hell of a ride.
I let that arrogant noble goad me into losing my composure, acting on impulse. So I just wanted to say, I'm sorry. I acted foolishly, and I hope you can forgive me for it.
No sweat. Water under the bridge.
Yeah, we all have moments when we say or do things we regret. That's human nature for you. Oh, and thanks for saving me, by the way.
I'm just glad I happened to be passing by. After I'd cooled my head, I decided to retrace my steps, and there you were. Is it just the three of you here?
Yeah, we stood around talking for a while, so the others are probably ahead of us at this point.
I don't think there's any reason to go back any farther. I can't imagine you'll find anyone there.
I see. I don't suppose you'd mind if I came with you, would you? I'm reasonably skilled with a gun, so you might find it useful having me along.
Sure thing. Welcome aboard. The name's Rean Schwarzer.
I'm Elliot Craig. It's nice to meet you.
My name is Gaius Warzel. It's a pleasure.
The pleasure's mine, I assure you. My name is Machias Regnitz. Could I ask you what social class you each belong to? I realize how that must sound, considering my recent outburst. But please, don't take it personally. I'm simply curious to know who I'm associating with.
Well, both my parents are commoners.
Likewise, though my homeland has no class system to begin with.
Ah, so you're from abroad then? What about you, Rean?
Well, let's just say I haven't got a drop of noble blood in my veins. So I guess we're all in equal standing here.
Well, now that's a relief. We should probably get moving then. I'm somewhat concerned about the girls, as you might imagine. I'd feel much better if we were around to help if they wound up in danger.
Yeah, I suppose there's strength in numbers.
Oh yeah, there is. Pretty much.
All right, let's go.
Machias has joined the party. Now, for what is gonna go on now, since Machias has now joined the party, we got ourselves a range fighter in this game. We got our first range character in the form of Machias.
My turn!
So
Leave it to me. Leave it to me.
here he is. It's Machias right here. The gunslinger.
Eat that!
He just doesn't have any gun. He has a shotgun. So yeah.
What's a place like this even doing on the school grounds?
Yeah, who puts a giant trapdoor in a campus building?
Eat that! Eat that! Eat that!
Stay on guard and don't get cocky.
All right.
Leave it to me.
Oh, fucker.
My turn!
My turn!
Oh yeah, I forgot. Check.
Right.
You level.
Eat that!
Here we go!
Fucker.
Okay, it's safe for now.
Eat that!
Give it up, everyone!
Leave it to me.
There. Here we go.
Alright, now I'm going to do the same thing, but with... Oh, I don't have any. Oops. Let's see. What's its weakness? Ah. Nice. Okay.
You're mine!
Leave it to me. It's my
Ow,
turn.
fucker.
Here we go. Okay, it's safe for now.
Gonna have to probably use some of those healing items. Oh yeah, still level 4, yeah. Yeah, due to New Game Plus, having, well, in the first 2 games having a point system, I wasn't able to carry over the levels. I did have the option to do that, but you know the rest.
Eat that! Eat that! Eat that! Eat that! It's a fight
My
they
turn.
want. All right, there.
It's my turn.
Go.
Right! Oh, we...
I did it.
All right!
Nice.
Yeah, I'm not giving a hooty fucking hoot about these fucking enemies. I just want to get through this area. I know I should be using some of my battle scopes, but I really don't care at this moment. What the fuck?
Rebuild our formation.
Shit.
You're mine!
Go. There.
All right.
Give it up, everyone!
It's my turn. How about this?
Take this!
You're mine! Go! All right.
Right. That takes care of them.
Go.
Leave it to me.
Lost. I'm just gonna keep going that way. Shit, I'm lost.
We meet again?
Good to see you guys are hanging in there.
I'm glad the 4 of you are unharmed as well.
Well, it seems you've cooled your head a bit at least.
Yes, I've calmed down now.
At any rate, I don't believe I've introduced myself yet, have I?
Laura S. Arcade.
I'm Laura S. Arcade, from the town of Legram. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Huh. Legram.
That's down on the southeastern outskirts of the Empire, isn't it?
Correct. It's an old castle town on the shores of Lake Ebble. We're connected to the rest of the country by train, but other than that, it's a fairly remote region.
Ah, man. Huh.
That name sounds so familiar. Wait, so your father would be...
Yes, my father is Viscount Arsaid, Lord of Legram. Do you take issue with that?
No, not at all.
Magius, was it? I can only speak for myself, but I don't feel I've ever done anything to bring shame upon myself in Adios's eyes. And I fully believe the same to be true of my father.
Please, I meant no offense. I'm sorry if I, Say, I don't believe we've been introduced.
Emma Milstein.
I'm Emma Milstein. Like Laura, I come from a distant region of the Empire. I was only able to attend Thor's thanks to a scholarship.
On YouTube, it's this character from the third game.
It's very nice to meet you.
A scholarship? Indeed. Now that you mention it, our instructor did say yours was the top score on the entrance exam. To think I was outdone. By a girl, no less.
Ha! Pride shot! Oh, speaking of which, happy Pride Month, y'all!
You must be quite the prodigy.
Maybe it seems like it now, but really, I'm not. I don't have any training in the martial arts either, so this is the weapon they recommended for me.
Oh, cool! You got an orbital staff too. Yours looks different from mine, though.
Huh, so it does. I wonder if it's just cosmetic. Oh.
Is something the matter? We're all acquainted now. It's only proper that you introduce yourself.
Yeah, okay.
Alyssa
I'm
R?
Lisa R. from Ruhr. It's a pleasure to meet almost all of you.
Elisa.
Ruhr, huh? What's it like living there? There's probably a new technological breakthrough every week.
The Rhineford Company's based in Ruhr, and they're the largest heavy industry corporation on the continent, aren't they?
I suppose they are.
So, hey. I guess that bow must have been in that case you had with you when we first met, right? I've never seen one like it. Is there some kind of orbital mechanism built in?
There is, but I don't see how that's any of your business.
Ouch.
Yeah. Anyone got any ideas on what to do now? We've all run into each other wandering around. How about we stick together?
I think that would be for the best. It's not safe for a group of girls to travel alone. You may require protection.
You needn't be concerned about that.
I beg your pardon?
I don't mean to boast, but I'm confident my swordsmanship will be more than sufficient to protect us. For now, I think it's best to remain in separate groups. There are still 2 of us who remain unaccounted for.
That's right. We still haven't run into that silver-haired girl.
In that case, 2 teams means double the chance to find them. 2 teams is double the coverage, and double the chance of crossing paths with our missing companions. How's that sound?
I have no objections. So then, shall we be off?
All right. We'll see the 4 of you later then.
She really doesn't seem like she's gonna let that go, does she?
It was clearly an accident, everyone could see that, but I don't suppose it makes any difference to her. Still, is no one else worried about leaving a group of girls to fend for themselves in a place like this? There are 4 of us here. Perhaps one of us should go follow them.
I don't think we have anything to worry about as long as Laura's with them. She really wears her skill on her sleeve. I doubt she drags around a sword that big just for show.
It's certainly an enormous blade. I'd call it comically huge if it didn't look so dangerous.
Got that right.
But at the end of the day, a lady is a lady.
She's taller and sturdier than I am, though I admit it's still hard to believe anyone could swing that beast of a sword.
I'll bet she can whip it around without breaking a sweat. The Arside School of Swordsmanship serves as a general basis for the techniques used by knights throughout the Empire.
Hi, Chihuahua. Rain, my man. You are just... This has gotta be some sort of, yikes.
And her father, the Viscount, is arguably the strongest swordsman in the country. People call him the Radiant Blade Master. I doubt any of the other students here could even stand their ground against her in combat, much less beat her.
Wow.
Interesting. I didn't know there were still roots of the old knightly styles alive in the Empire.
You sure know a lot about this stuff, Reen. A hobby of yours?
I'm a swordsman myself. I guess the lore sort of comes with the territory. At any rate, how about we pick up the search? I'm worried about that silver-haired girl, and we still need to track down Duke
The reason why I
Alvarea's
had it
son,
on slow
too.
mode is because I wanted to freaking make... I forgot to put it on slow mode because of the fact that there was like a line that was kind of on auto advance. Like, in this game, there's auto advance randomly. It's hard to explain, but the best I can say is there are some lines in this game that will basically spout out the lines, but if you have it in turbo mode, partial of that line will get skipped over due to the fact of the scene's proceedings. I'm still not sure though, but why it does that, but it's what happens. If you want to freaking find out what they actually said, what Laura actually said in that at the beginning of that scene, well, this scene, of course, you'd have to look it up on YouTube because in this game and in the second game, you are not able to view storylines at all. It is one of those games where you have to have it in slow mode for the scenes, but when this game was originally released, there was no slow mode to begin with. There was no turbo mode, I mean. You know, that little prompt that you see on the top right of the screen. And that's pretty much the whole gist of it. Pretty much.
That's true.
And yeah.
I couldn't care less what happens to that pompous ass. He can rot down here.
Jesus, Marcus. I like you, my man, but at the same time, you have to You're gonna be in class with this motherfucker all year. You gotta get along with him eventually. I like this game. I like the first two games for the freaking fact that I like the whole series, but I haven't gotten a chance to play the fourth game personally myself because I haven't bought it yet. But when I did play the third game, however, wow, all the characters, like, their designs changed. Their voices sound a little bit more mature due to the fact of the years passings and all that. Yeah. So, yeah.
Come on now, that's no way to treat someone you just met.
Alright, now since we're done with that...
Looks like the path splits. Which way do you think we should go?
I feel a little wind blowing from the east. I bet the exit's that way.
Okay, but we can go down here for some optional...
Leave it to me.
Here we go.
It's my turn.
Go down like butter anyway.
My turn.
These are flying flea
my turn.
lines. They're not special.
Here we go.
They usually get
Okay,
for
it's
experience
safe for now.
points and all that stuff, so yeah. See, total experience points 1.1, yeah. Yeah, overkill is overkill indeed. Shit. Anyway, as you can tell, so as you can tell, if you go down an optional
treasure
path,
chest.
you get some optional treasures, like that treasure chest right there, and you got like pots right there. And if you break them, like right here, look right there, you can get a reviving balm from a pot. Yeah, that's pretty much a free healing item. Oh, we got some Sepith stones and all that. Now we got, oh, we got a quartz. We got a new one in the form of tear. That is a, let me see here. I'm going to go into Machias, and I'm going to, oh, we don't have anything I can give him, so, yeah. We have, well, we don't have any of the slots open, but we can check out the quartz, however, in the item slot, in the item area. So we got defense 1, we got tier, oh, we got 2 tiers. Dang. Wow, we've been crying a lot. Now, I have over that much Sepith. Imagine how much I'm going to be having at the near end of this whole thing. So, yeah. So, if you go down optional paths, you can actually find optional treasures.
Watch out, guys!
And you can also fight these amounts of enemies.
It's my turn.
Oh, and you can also turn the camera in battles. But
There. Right.
it's kind of useless to rotate the camera.
Here we go.
But in this game, you have to because of the fact that this game uses like a aim feature for the, like it uses like the, wow, that monster right there, it just sniffs a crack and it can't stop moving. I might as well put it out of its
It's my turn. Right. Eat that.
All right, let's keep going.
overkill indeed. Dang. Yeah, look, as you can see, once you gain Sepith crystals or Sepith materials like that through these battles. So yeah, it's kind of, you know, this game expects you to battle enemies, but at the same time, it doesn't expect much from you.
I did it!
But now let's just keep going forward. Oh, hey, another cutscene. Let's take this off real quick.
What's wrong?
More monsters?
No, not monsters. It's...
You're pretty sharp.
fucking Fee.
It's the silver-haired girl.
I'm glad to see you're all right. Though it looks like there was nothing to worry about in the first place.
Nope. I'm small and quick. These things can't lay a finger on me.
If you recognize her voice...
Oh yeah, Fee Clausel. That's my name.
If you recognize her voice, she is voiced by the same person who voiced Morgana in the Persona 5 games.
You're just over halfway through. Keep it up.
Wow, way to tell me, Fee. Just stay with us and you can navigate us.
Later.
What? No, wait. Fix
Hey,
that
wait!
damn boat!
Are you sure you'll be okay on your own?
I'll be fine. I'm used to this. See you at the end.
Shit!
What just happened?
Wow.
She certainly wasn't fibbing about being quick on her feet. I guess we really don't need to worry about her.
Yeah, now I'm more convinced than ever that she knows exactly what she's doing. Just over halfway through? Has she already been to the exit and then come back?
Seems like it. Oh yeah, whenever you want to play the game normally without this turbo mode thing, this is how fast the game goes. This is how fast the game goes. You can go like this and you don't move at all. That's why I always use turbo mode.
Here we go!
Leave it to be that.
All right, up there! Here we go!
My turn!
It's my turn.
It's my turn. Up there! Together, we're unbeatable.
Alrighty. Fuck, that battle was quick. Well, we're quick and nimble when we need to be. We're gonna get through this. Freaking, I can't come up with a clever rhyme. Fuck! That's what happens, guys, whenever I try to come up with a rhyme. It kind of slips my mind, you know?
Eat that. Enemy sighted. Let's
My
take him
turn.
out.
Just shut it off!
It's my turn. Up there!
It's my eat that.
I go where the wind takes me.
Those enemies did nothing to us! Guys are probably wondering what I'm going to be doing with all this Sepith. Whenever I get to, like, the near end of Chapter 1, I'm going to be opening up all the slots. Literally opening up all the slots at once.
Do you hear that?
Someone's fighting up ahead.
Green! Wait for me!
Courtship fencing.
Incredible. That was really something.
Judging by that display, I don't think he needs any help from us. I take it that's another school of Imperial swordsmanship?
Right. That's court fencing, an agile style favored by the nobility. And judging by his poise, he's no amateur.
Did you need something?
Sorry, I was just admiring your swordsmanship. I'm Reen Schwarzer. I didn't get the chance to introduce myself earlier.
I'm Elliot Craig.
Guys, Warzel. Nice to meet you.
I believe I have already introduced myself, but once again, I'm Eustace Albarea. And I have to say, I didn't think you had it in you. I'm impressed. What are you talking about?
After all that bluster about finding your way to the exit alone, I wasn't expecting you to actually rely on others for help. I assume you came to your senses shortly after you stormed off, and then wandered back to apologize like a good boy. Truly, the virtue of the common man. Why, a preening noble such as myself would be far too proud to do such a thing.
What the hell is your problem?
Oh boy, here we go.
You nobles really are all the same. So full of yourselves, it's a wonder you don't pop. And you're not just a garden variety noble either. House Albarea is one of the highest ranking in the country. I'll bet you just love looking down on us less fortunate souls, don't you?
You're one to talk. I don't need a lecture in rank from the son of the Imperial Governor.
Wait, what?
Oh, I thought the name Regnitz sounded familiar.
Karl Regnitz, the first commoner ever to hold the seat of Imperial Governor in Heimdall. The first to rule the capital. And this headstrong young lad just so happens to be a chip off that old block. Pretty rarefied air for a simple commoner, don't you think?
What does that have to do with anything? Yes, my father is the Imperial Governor, but he earned that position through years of hard, honest work. Don't you go lumping him in with you nepotists who get your titles handed to you just for being born.
Perish the thought. No, I mainly just regard your father as a reformist, and a close friend of the Chancellor at that. And as you're vividly aware, his faction is in conflict with the noble faction, led by none other than the four great houses. When you look at it that way, your vitriolic disdain for the nobility suddenly seems rather cheap, wouldn't you say?
Oh my god. No, Machias, it's okay. Machias, it's okay.
You son of a...
Machias.
I know he's taunting you, but lashing out at him isn't going to solve anything. And Eustace, don't you think that was a little uncalled for?
I wasn't the one who started this.
Let me... Damn it, just let me go already! I'm sorry, okay? Just... leave me alone for a while. You guys should just go on ahead with him.
Oh.
I should have just reprimanded Eustace.
I think you went a little too far, Eustace.
It's gonna didn't save.
Being it on...
Huh?
I'm just gonna restart this. Hold on a second. Yes, that means I'm going all the way back. Don't worry, I'll be, I'll be skipping through all the other things. So, yeah, here we go.
Bring it on! Go!
Right!
It's my turn. There! Come on!
I'm gonna be going through all the battles again, like you guys per usual.
Go!
Right!
All right, there!
Go!
Leave it to me.
My turn!
Leave it to me.
Right!
Go!
It's my turn. There!
I go where the wind takes me.
Alright, I'm just gonna make my way through again.
What's a place like this even doing on the school grounds?
Yeah, what's it?
Stay on guard and don't get cocky. Here we go. All right. Right. Come on.
Right!
Here we go. All right.
Leave it to me! Alright, let's keep moving.
My turn. All right, there. It's my attack.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay focused here so I can catch up to that point where I was meeting up with.
Excited, go.
Because I also,
Right!
I want to be able to show you guys what
It's
Laura
my
was
turn!
saying too.
Alright,
So
let's keep moving.
I'm pretty much safe scumming at this point because
Just-
I forgot reprimand useless means that you have to, which means you get to keep Machias in your party. I forgot about that. I did that for my first playthrough, and I kind of know what I
Excited.
did.
Here we go. It's my turn. There.
My turn!
Right. Eat that. Here we go. It's my turn.
My turn!
Leave it to me!
Here we go. It's my turn. There. Together. We're on.
We meet again.
Here we are.
Good to see you guys.
Wings.
Right!
All right. Go.
Leave it to me!
Oh, a treasure chest!
Oh yeah, and the items from the pots are, the items in the pots are randomized, so I don't have that reviving bomb anymore, but it's fine.
Enemies ahead!
Here we go.
Have fun!
It's my turn. Right. Here we go.
Right! Is everybody okay?
Alright, let's see. Was there a pot over here? No, there's no pots over here. No, no pots. Okay. I think we're getting up to the point where
Enemy
I have
sighting.
to
Let's
use
take
him
my
out.
reprimand useless.
Here we go.
Leave it to me!
It's my turn. Here we go. That's the power of the 8 leaves. Leave it to me. Together.
Just one enemy? Oh yeah, and the enemy formations can be random too. Points. Okay, we're at this point.
I'm Reen Schwarzer. I didn't get the.
I'm Elliot Craig.
Guys Warzel, nice to meet you.
I believe I have already introduced. And I have to say, I didn't think you had it in you. I'm impressed.
What are you talking about?
After all that bluster about finding your way to the exit alone, I wasn't expecting you to actually rely on others for help. I assume you came to your senses shortly after you stormed off, and then wandered back to apologize like a good boy. Truly, the virtue of the common man. Why, a preening noble such as myself would be far too proud to do such a thing.
What the hell is your problem? You nobles really are all the same. So full of yourselves, it's a wonder you don't pop. And you're not just a garden variety noble either. House Alberea is one of the highest ranking in the country. I'll bet you just love looking down on us less fortunate souls, don't you?
You're one to talk. I don't need a lecture in rank from the son of the Imperial Governor.
Wait, what?
Oh, I thought the name Regnitz sounded familiar.
Karl Regnitz, the first commoner ever to hold the seat of Imperial Governor in Heimdall. The first to rule the capital. And this headstrong young lad just so happens to be a chip off that old block. Pretty rarefied air for a simple commoner, don't you think?
What does that have to do with anything? Yes, my father is the Imperial Governor, but he earned that position through years of hard, honest work. Don't you go lumping him in with you nepotists who get your titles handed to you just for being born.
Hell yeah! Machias, rip into him!
Perish the thought.
I do like Machias, though. Machias is actually pretty nice. A little bit of a hothead, but, you know, a little bit hot-headed, you know, and, you know, getting anger, quick to anger, all that stuff, yeah. Oh, God, I forgot about the timer. Where am I at in time? 48 minutes so far. Alright, doing good so far.
No, I mainly just regard your father as a reformist, and a close friend of the Chancellor at that. And as you're vividly aware, his faction is in conflict with the noble faction, led by none other than the four great houses. When you look at it that way, your vitriolic disdain for the nobility suddenly seems rather cheap, wouldn't you say?
You son of a...
Machias!
I think you went a little too far, Eustace. Being at odds with Machias is one thing, but dragging his father into it is pretty low. You're better than that.
Reen.
Perhaps I was a bit out of line. It may be for the best if I leave the four of you to find your way out of here together, while I make my way toward the exit alone and unimpeded.
I can see I've still got a lot to learn about the particulars of your social strata.
Yeah, I'm sad to say these kinds of disputes are pretty indicative of how the Empire is these days. How are you feeling, Machias? Have you calmed down now?
Yes, and I wanted to say I'm sorry for the way I acted. I shouldn't have gotten so riled up over such an obvious taunt.
Yeah, you do kind of lose your cool maybe a little too easily. But is it true what he said? Your dad is the Imperial Governor?
It's true. It's not that I was trying to hide it. I just don't like going around telling everyone. I don't like to brag. But just so we're clear, that doesn't change who I am. When you get right down to it, I'm a commoner, head to toe. My father's salary is nothing to boast about, and he doesn't have any of the perks nobles are born into.
I know. Don't worry. Governor Regnitz is pretty well known for being clean as a whistle.
Really? I've heard the name, but I can't say I really know anything about him.
Well, that's enough about my father for now. We need to get moving. We've wasted far too much time here as it is.
He's right. We should get a move on.
Whew! Okay, I got to keep Machias in the party. I'm gonna skip that enemy. Actually, no, that'd be a bad idea.
Watch out, guys!
Leave it to me. Here we go! Leave it to me!
Because I need Machias' power.
All right. My turn.
It's my turn, Dad!
My turn! Oh, we did...
A+ out.
There we go. I believe there's a pot in here. Ink. Is there? No. Usually in the corners of these rooms, like if you find like a square room like this, you can find like a group of pots. Like, you know, you can find a group of pots, either in a group of 2 or or just by itself, or you can find them in a group of 3 or a group of 4. It's usually that way. Oh, like right here, there's a group of 2 pots right here. And yeah, you just break them. Yeah. Usually the pots you can find pretty easily, but it's actually kind of hard to spot them because they kind of camouflage in with the freaking scenery because it's all freaking, you know, this color. Alrighty, up right there. Like, see, they kind of blend in. So in the 3rd game and 4th game, they pretty much they sprinkle all those breakable objects like these with a nice little blue beacon. They even do that for the treasure chests. Oh, hey, look at that, another item. I got a smoke grenade. Fee, did you leave that smoke grenade around? Actually, switch over
leave it to me. Kick! Eat that! Kick! Stay on guard and right! Eat that! Here we go!
Oh, by the way, considering what character you are, that's the character you start the battle with.
My turn!
Leave it to
Leave it to me. There.
I go where the wind takes me.
What the hell? Come on, man! Shotguns have like a freaking widespread shot! I sense treasure afoot. Break these pots. Ooh, 2 items! Lucky. I got a EP charge and some Sepith mass. Oh, there's another pot right over there. There's an enemy trying to come in. There's nothing in that pot. Let's grab this treasure chest. Oh, look at that! Got Sepith mat. Got Sepiths. Like 50 of each. Nice. Nice. I like it.
Watch out, guys!
Leave it to me. There. It's my turn. Go.
My turn!
All right.
My turn. Okay, it's safe for now. I did it.
Just
Alright, I got a new craft. But I'm not gonna be going through all the basics and stuff, so...
go.
Pretty much what
Leave
I
it to
just
me.
did there was... I'm gonna pull up the map. I'm pretty much clearing every area of this orienteering exercise because it is indicative to do that for a 100% run.
stay on guard and don't get
And there's
cocky.
a lot of these enemies, so I'm gonna use some crafts. Oh, by the way, motivate.
All right, let's do this. All right. Right. Come on.
My turn!
Yes. Come closer. Come closer. Of course.
Give it up, everyone!
All right.
Regen. Okay.
Go. Right. Eat that. Go. Leave it to me. Here we go. It's my turn.
My turn!
Leave it to me.
All right!
Alrighty. And Elliot leveled up.
Here we go.
Leave it to me.
And there happens to be another treasure chest over there. And in this game, and in the third
treasure
game,
chest!
Eat that.
and in the
It's a fight
third
they
thing,
want.
the first game still has a trap chests, but in the third game, the trap chests are gone. And we got a bunch of enemies here, so
It's my
yeah, we
turn.
pretty much got.
Come on.
Ooh.
Come on. My turn.
Right!
All right.
It's my turn.
Here we go.
That's that. Let's keep
Oh,
moving.
by the way, if you aim for a certain enemy, you don't want to damage or if you aim at a certain enemy and they're in that circle, they get damaged as well. Okay, let's see what's in this treasure chest right here. We got evade 1. Okay, we got our first quartz for the green. So we just need to go over to Gaius's and we can put in that. There we go. I don't think we still have anything for Bronchius just yet, but we'll have something for that in due time. But meanwhile, we got ourselves some Sepith mass. And we got the wind Sepith. So yeah, here we go. Okay, now we just gotta go this way, and then we'll be at the stairway. And now we are here to rest, and pretty much we are now ready to end off this orienteering exercise. And we're here. Yes, of course.
Looks like we are. That definitely seems to be the exit.
I can see the sunlight streaming in, so I'm guessing we're finally clear.
They have a nerve to call this an orienteering exercise. I'm not certain what I was expecting from an academy founded by Emperor Drygles. I can tell you this wasn't it.
You can say that again. And what was all that business about Class 7 anyway?
Good question. We've got people here from different backgrounds, classes, even cultures. Is there some sort of secret agenda with this whole Class 7 thing that we just don't know yet?
Oh shit! I just dropped my controller.
What was that?
Uh-oh. Shit's on. Hold on. I'm readjusting my headset real quick. There we go. Uh-oh. Shit's on!
The statue?
Oh, fuck!
What the heck is that?
A beast of living stone?
Are monsters like this common in the Empire?
Of course not!
This thing's cutting off our only route to the surface. No choice. We have to fight it.
Right.
Damn. Dear, I thought the worst was over.
Idios, help us. This looks tough. Careful!
Leave it to me.
Leave it to me.
My turn.
All right, let's do this. Come on.
My turn!
Alright, now let's give everyone the HP regen. Everyone's in the circle. I don't know how that counts, but okay.
Give it up, everyone!
All right. Right. How about this?
Here we go.
My turn!
It's my turn.
Oh shit. This is where these come into play. The Cure Bombs are pretty much a ailment healing item. Pretty much an all-purpose antidote. Now let's use our arts next.
Right. Arcus, activate.
It's my turn.
Arcus,
That's my turn.
What the hell?
Right!
No way you're gonna get around us like this again.
It's my turn. How about this?
Here we go. There.
Leave it to me.
Right!
All right. Arcus,
Go.
Arcus,
Right.
activate. Arcus, activate!
Right!
Go! All right. Who's there? Come on!
Leave it to me.
Eat that! Go!
My turn!
All right. Who's there? It's my turn. Here we go. It's my turn.
Alright!
I go where the wind takes me.
Booyah! Beat down the first try! Fun fact, I got killed by this motherfucker.
Is it dead?
No, it's down but not out.
Shit! Here we go again!
That's one hell of a second wind.
Looks like this thing has our number.
It's no use. You're too... Guess I have no choice.
Stand back!
Hey! You made it!
You've certainly got some good timing.
Seems like you're all okay at least. I'm sorry we took so long.
You're here, and that's what counts.
So, a gargoyle, is it? I didn't expect to find the Dark Ages alive and well down here. It doesn't seem like it'll go down easily.
We gave it everything we had, but as you can see, it's rallying at an alarming rate.
But with this many of us, if we can just find an opening...
Fine. I guess I'll help out.
So it's all come down to me then.
You!
Arcus, activate!
Airstrike! An opening!
Go!
Here we go!
Fire!
Now!
This one's mine! Ah!
We did it! I think that's the end of it.
At the very least, that creature doesn't seem like he'll be coming back for a rematch anytime soon.
What happened there anyway? Right at the end of the battle...
Now that you mention it, I did feel something wash over me for just a second there.
There was a shimmering veil of blue light surrounding each of us.
Was there?
I did notice something as we fought. Perhaps it was just the blur of combat, but I felt like I could see everyone's movements in precise detail.
I don't think it was just your imagination.
Agreed. I have a feeling what we just experienced was...
The biggest selling point of the almighty Arcus? Give this man a prize. Looks like friendship and teamwork saved the day once again. I'm so proud of you guys.
Sarah,
Anyway,
what
that
the
about
hell?
finishes up today's
No,
special
Instructor Sarah.
orienteering exercise. Aw, what's with the long faces? I thought you'd all be happy.
What are we supposed to be happy about?
I have so many questions, I'm not even sure where to start.
Oh?
I'll take a stab at it. What exactly is the purpose behind this Class 7?
I mean, we get that it's supposed to be some sort of melting pot that includes a broad cross-section of people.
But why were the 9 of us chosen in particular?
That is a valid question. There's no single monolithic reason why you all made the list. But if I had to name a major contributing factor, it'd be those Arcus orbments you've got there.
How so?
Well, like I explained earlier, the Arcus units are developed jointly by the Epstein Foundation and the Reinford Company. Like any battle orbment, they let you use arcs, and these have communication functionality built right in. But their crowning feature is what's known as combat linking. That's the phenomenon you all experienced just now.
So that's what that was.
Seems like a pretty apt term. It did feel like we were all connected somehow.
Precisely. Doesn't take a genius to imagine how much of an advantage a feature like that would be on a real battlefield. An elite unit that can sense each other's movements, acting in perfect sync even in the most chaotic conditions. You can hardly put a price on that. It could bring about a revolution in the way wars are fought.
It does sound rather
idealistic.
Well, yeah, the technology has its limits. Some have a natural aptitude for it, others just don't. And out of this year's fresh batch of bright-eyed students, the 9 of you turned out to have the highest aptitude. And since aptitude trumps background in Class 7, well, here you are.
I see.
But what gives us this aptitude, though, as compared to our peers? It just seems so random.
What indeed? As promised, if any of you have objections to being in this class, speak now or forever hold your peace.
You're making this sound like a damn marriage vow. What the hell, Sarah?
I think that pretty much covers the hows and whys of your situation. But this program isn't cheap to run, so we're not about to force anyone into it if they don't want to be here. You should also be aware that Class 7's curriculum will be tougher than any other class's coursework. Just fair warning. So now you know, and that leaves you all with an important decision to make. Will you stick with Class 7 or not? Oh, if you opt out, you'll just be placed in the class you would have been assigned to otherwise. There's no pressure. Nobles will land in Class 1 or 2, commoners in 3, 4, or 5. It's still just the first day, so there's no real catching up you'd have to do. I'm sure you'd fit in just fine.
I'll do it. Whatever Class 7 has to throw at me, I'm game.
Oh, wait, what?
Just like that?
So you're the first, then. You seem pretty sure about it. Any particular reason?
Not really. I just feel like I've put my family out asking them to send me to this school. So, if it gives me more to show for my time here, I'll take whatever opportunities come my way.
A noble sentiment.
count me in as well. The greater the challenge, the more I can push myself to excel. One can't hone a blade without grit, after all.
Let's make it 3. Considering how far I came to attend this school, it'd be silly to back down before I even started.
Well, looks like we've got the country's strongest freshman on board, and our foreign exchange student, too. Any more takers?
Allow me to take part as well. I was only able to come because of the school's generosity, so I feel it's my duty to help in any way I can.
Sign me up too! I kind of feel like fate brought us here for a reason, you know? And you all seem pretty easy to get along with.
And that's a yes from our 2 Orbital staff testers. Though I feel compelled to remind you, your weapons are still in the prototype stage. So on top of your other work, I'll be expecting reports from both of you.
Of course.
Maybe I spoke too soon.
Haha.
let me join too.
Huh?
Oh, there's a surprise. I was almost certain your rebellious streak would see you opt out just on general principle.
It does bother me that you've got us using these Arcus units that are still pretty clearly in development. But if I let every little nitpick like that hold me back, I'd never amount to much.
Words to live by right there. And that brings us to an even 6. Now, what about you, Fee?
Don't really care either way. You can choose.
Not this time. This is one call you're gonna have to make for yourself. That was the deal, remember? You need to take control of your own life.
Fine, I'm in.
Well, at least you committed. We've got a magnificent 7 now.
Song reference! Song reference! If you don't know what that song is, look it up.
Which leaves just the 2 of you. I can see you've got issues with each other, but that doesn't mean you can't at least try to work together. Why, if you just look past your differences and embrace the joys of youth, I'm sure you'll become the best of friends.
Like hell we will! The exploitation of the common people by the aristocracy is a blight on every facet of Erebonian life. Unless something is done about it, this country has no future!
I appreciate your candor, but I don't think you're going to achieve much by lecturing me about it.
Well, at least that makes this simple. I, Eusus Alborea, claim my place as a member of Class 7.
Huh?
Why? You're the son of a duke! Just the thought of being in the same class as commoners should make you sick.
I'll thank you not to tell me how I'm supposed to feel. As far as the House of Alborea is concerned, there's little difference between other nobles and commoners. Besides, this should at least ensure I won't have fools flitting about every day trying to win my favor. That said, I have little interest in getting drawn into your petty arguments on a daily basis either. I think it would be prudent for us to go our separate ways. I'm certain we can at least agree on this, no?
I don't need some pompous ass who coasts through life on his father's coattails telling me what to do. I'm in, come hell or high water. You might have had your successes spoon-fed to you up to now, but no outmoded class system is going to hand you trophies anymore.
We'll see about that.
Damn. Wow.
They're going to be like this pretty much all year, aren't they?
Sure seems that way. I wouldn't bet on them ever seeing eye to eye.
Oh.
The pots shouldn't be too hard on the kettles.
Give a guy a break.
Well, how about that? 9 out of 9. With that, I'd like to congratulate all of you on being the first ever Class 7. I hope you keep those high spirits all year, because with the workload we've got planned for you, you'll need it.
Well, well, I wasn't expecting Class 7 to turn out quite as diverse as this. It certainly promises to be an interesting year.
You took the words right out of my mouth. But perhaps this, too, is the divine providence of the goddess, no?
How do you mean?
Well, seeing them there, I feel they have the potential to be the light we seek. A light that can break through the storm clouds that continue to build over our nation day by day.
Up, intro! Since y'all didn't get to see the intro, in the I think you guys have seen the intro at the start of the live stream, but that's just me. But I'll just watch it again, because this actually marks the end of the prologue. Oh, man. By the way, if any of you have any, like, questions on, like, how I'm going to, approach, like the major boss battles and stuff, I would recommend those questions, because, in fact, I'll just be approaching them like if I were to approach any RPG boss fight by going full force in them. Or if I plan on using the retry and weaken the enemies feature, which I will if the event permits it. Oh boy. Yeah, this game is going to be one promising area. We're at 1 minute. We're at 1 hour and 17 to like 20 minutes. So yeah. Alright, so that is the end of the prologue, y'all. Now I'm going to save over this once again. It's what I did for my practice playthrough. Well, my first time playthrough, just wanted to be a little bit more. You know, trying to get used to the game at least. That's pretty much what it is. Alright, I'm going to continue on. Here we are. And the wonderful Trista.
All right.
Oh, hello.
Time to get going.
Alrighty. So...
Oh, Reen!
Morning, Elliot.
Uh-oh. Looks like my stream quality, because I have my stream up just so I can look at the chat. So I'm gonna get it back up to its proper... There we go. Back up to its proper quality. But while I'm playing this game at 1080p, I'm streaming this game at 720p through YouTube, so... But at least it's at 60 frames per second, so it counts for something.
Good morning. Are you heading to school now too?
Sure. It's getting late though, so we might need to pick up the pace a little.
No problem. I'm guessing everyone else left already, huh?
I think so. I'm not sensing anyone else on this floor, at least. Gaius in particular is probably long gone by now, being the early riser he is.
Oh, okay then. He's not sensing anyone? What does that mean exactly?
The cold shoulder again.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning! Are you two on your way to school?
Yeah. Come on, Emma. We're going to be late.
Hey, wait for me, Elisa. We'll see you in class.
I never would have guessed she'd hold a grudge this long. She knows it was just an accident, right? She has to. Can't believe she'd be so sensitive.
No kidding. She's not even giving me a chance to apologize to her.
Well, as long as you keep trying, I'm sure she'll understand. Eventually. Class 7's got enough tension as it is, what with our two, prideful warriors at each other's throats. So I think it would be a load off everyone's mind if you and Elisa could make up at least.
I'll certainly do what I can, whatever that may be.
Alright. Oh god.
These past 2 weeks have really flown by, haven't they?
I'm not letting the little nitpick of design choice to let me not enjoy the game. Just ignore it.
It's funny. I went into this thinking combat practice would be the toughest part of the curriculum. Never would have guessed the academic side of things might give it a run for its money.
Well, strong in body and mind is pretty firmly embedded into Imperial culture. I do get what you mean, though. I figured I'd be able to coast through the year, but I've had to very quickly reevaluate that.
You too, huh? I wish I were as smart as Machias or Emma. They don't seem to be having any problems at all. But then, Emma got the top score on the entrance exam, and I'll bet you anything Machias wasn't far behind.
I'm sure. Eustace and Elisa are apparently doing really well, too. As are Laura and Gaius.
Really? Guess I'm just gonna have to suck it up then. Though I really do hope they don't mind.
Huh?
Oh, sorry. You got me thinking about Eustace and Laura. I've been talking to them the same way I talk to everybody else, but they're both nobles, right? And Eustace's family rules over the whole eastern side of the Empire, so it kind of feels like I should address them more formally.
Well, they both said it was okay, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. Though you probably shouldn't go picking fights with Eustace every chance you get, like a certain someone else.
Oh, I don't plan on it. I'd hoped they'd get along a bit better over time, but if anything, things seem to be spiraling downhill fast on that end. When the two of them are in the same room, there's just this constant tension in the air.
It's not all Machias either. Eustace seems to enjoy provoking him at every opportunity. I can't even imagine what it would take to make them see eye to eye at this point.
Yeah, I wish there was something we could do to help them get along. And that's where we'd be if we weren't in Class 7. Dormitory number 2, for all the common folk like us.
Yeah, I guess so, huh? I'm still kind of shocked that Class 7 gets to have its own dormitory. Though, to be fair, I think that building was abandoned till this year. Seems like they renovated it just for us.
Well, they did a good job. It's got a nice feel to it. I just wish it were a little closer to the academy.
Hey, you're in our way. Step aside at once.
Ah.
Oh, hello.
Class 7, I see.
Is something the matter?
You're just a ragtag bunch of nobodies, aren't you? Come on, we're leaving.
Yes, Patrick!
A word of advice, you might be part of a special class, but that doesn't change who you are. Never forget your place.
So they're from one of the upper classes.
Bitch!
This is why I hate talking to them.
Unfortunately, that attitude is all too common among the nobles. Thank goodness Laura and Eustace aren't like that.
Yeah, that would be pretty bad. That's the infamous dormitory number 1, where all the nobility lives. It's supposed to be super fancy inside, with maids and butlers and everything.
Wow, really? Guess that's our cue to pick up the pace.
Yeah, sorry. Oh, hey, have you picked out a club to join yet? Doesn't sound like you have to or anything, but it's probably a good way to meet people.
No, I'm still looking. It's hard to decide on one.
Stand, bow, be seated.
As I'm sure you're all well aware, the Erebonian Empire was driven to the brink of collapse roughly 250 years ago.
Oh, boy,
This was brought about by the conflict we know as the War of the Lions. A civil war lasting several years, staged over the throne of the late emperor by the most powerful of his potential successors. But of course, I'm not here to tell you that. If I were, I think even young children would be able to pass this course. Rather, I'd like to discuss the effects this had on the Empire as members of the aristocracy were drawn into the war. Many hired mercenaries turned to looting and pillaging, and a similar trend could even be seen among some of the knights. The land was left utterly devastated, and morale was at an all-time low. But then, lo and behold, into this nightmare stepped a man willing to take a stand against this bloody war of succession. He was a wandering prince who began to rally forces from the outskirts of the Empire, and would go on to make quite a name for himself. And that name, of course, was Dreikels Rhysei Arnor. He would later become known as Dreikels the Lionheart, the 73rd Emperor of Erebonia, and father of the Renaissance. Not to mention the founder of this very academy. Dreikels' army was initially rather small in number. But as he traveled across the Empire, winning over the hearts of influential sympathizers, his forces rapidly increased. Now, the place where Emperor Dreikels first began gathering his army was... Reen Schwarzer, would you care to tell the class?
Nord Highlands? Oh. Uh-oh.
Nice work, everyone. You made it through another grueling day of classes. In case you've been living under a rock, please don't forget that tomorrow is your first free day. It's not technically a day off, but there are no classes, so it's up to you what to do with your time. Why, you could go shopping in the capital if you wanted to. Or just do what I do and sleep all day. Sleep is so wonderful.
You got that right, Teach.
Will the Academy's facilities still be open for our use?
Yes, I'd like to be able to use the free study area in the library myself.
Of course! This school shuts down for no one, so feel free to patronize any and all facilities as you like. A lot of clubs have meets scheduled for these free days as well, so anyone who's joined one should probably check on that.
I see.
I'll be certain to do so.
Also, before you leave, we should go over what's happening next week. On Wednesday, you all have your practical exam.
Oh boy.
A practical exam?
What does that entail exactly?
It's part of your combat training. You'll be graded on your performance, so make sure you're well rested and ready for battle by then. Might be a good idea to do some training on your own time, too, just to keep from getting rusty.
Interesting.
I definitely don't like the sound of that.
Oh, and one more thing. After the practical exam is over, I've got another important announcement about a major part of Class 7's curriculum that I haven't mentioned at all yet.
What?
Here it comes.
So, whatever you choose to do on your free day, make it count for something. That concludes today's homeroom. Machias, if you'll do the honors.
Yes, instructor. All rise. Bow.
I'm a little worried about that practical exam next week. I mean, I'm still just getting used to this staff. I'd be happy to help you train if you need a sparring partner. Yeah, they're kind of worried about this new curriculum and all that. Yeah. Yeah, the gymnasium looks big enough that I'm sure we'd have no trouble finding a good spot for it. That's very kind of you to offer. Alrighty. Guys is part of the art club. Elliot is part of the... become part of the Woodwind Club. And now we get Reen, who's going to be stuck helping the student council. Oh boy. Alright! Exploring around in the classroom. Well, first off, we got the classroom right here. It's pretty basic. Kind of small, only having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 desks. Anyway. And yeah, pretty much this is pretty basic. Pretty basic for a classroom, chalkboard and everything, you know? And we got the hallway, which is kind of bare. Like there's no, like there's a bulletin board, but then there's other classrooms, but it's not that exceptional. But if you open up the map or go to the student council room, and you just gotta exit out of this building. Main building. Yep, there's the auditorium, which we can't enter in until very, very late game. There's the field. Big, wide, and expansive. There's the gymnasium for general training purposes and all that. It even has a pool, but won't be used during this part of the game at all. The engineering building, that's gonna be one hell of a good thing to go to. Then there's the library, of course. It also has a free study area and the home of one of the most impressive it's home of the most impressive bonding event that I also like. Anyway, and then here is the student union building. Yeah, you ever heard of them? Whoa, did you see that? That was Monkeys' model, and it just went poof! Oh, this game doesn't strain the idea of surprising me. Alright, so we are now outside. We're on campus grounds. Let's check out that map. Yeah, that's a map. Oh, don't worry. Oh, don't worry. This place will get a lot more. These maps will get a lot more detailed in the next game. As in, we'll have actual shading instead of just having lines and stuff. See? It just has lines and color gradients. It'll actually add shaded areas or something like that. It'll actually shade up some parts. It just looks like a general map. And here is the student union building. There it is.
I know the cafeteria is on the first floor, but I wonder where the student council room is.
Hey there, first year.
Oh, shit.
How's it going? Academy life been treating you well this past half month?
Oh, yeah, it has. Guess he must be a second year. It's not easy, but I'm managing. Mostly. Though I have a feeling it's only going to get harder from here on out.
Of course it will. Your class is going to be more intense than the others, too. But you just hang in there, okay?
Okay. Wait. You're a second-year student, aren't you? Do you mind if I ask your name?
Hey, now, let's not get ahead of ourselves. First things first, how about you let me show you this cool trick I've been practicing?
Trick?
You got a 50 mirror coin I can borrow?
I think so. Pretty sure I do, anyway.
Cheers. All right, watch closely.
You guys probably haven't played this game or something like that, but this is one of the most infamous parts of the game that I fucking love.
Huh?
Now, which hand is the coin in? Left?
It's in your...
Too bad.
Guess you win. I'm usually pretty good at following moving objects, too. Though, wait. You said this was a trick, which means...
You catch on quick.
Huh?
Keep up the good work, man. You're gonna need to be pretty tough to get through a year with Sarah as your instructor. Oh, and the student council room is on the second floor, furthest room back. See you around. Have a good weekend.
Wait. My 50 mirror coin!
Wait! My 50... mirror.
You fucking thief!
He got me. Andy seemed to know I was heading to the student council room, too. Somehow.
Spit on my arm.
Nice good.
Gross. Alright, let's see. Alright. I guess I can go for another 20 minutes.
I haven't met many of the second years yet. I wonder if they're all like that.
Yep.
Oh well. At least now I know where I'm going. Though if it really is open late, I guess there's no real rush. I might as well see what else people are up to in here.
Okay, so...
Hello? Please come in. It's open.
I recognize that voice. Pardon the interruption. Oh, you're that girl.
It's been about 2 weeks, hasn't it? Welcome to the student council room, Reen Schwarzer. Instructor Sarah sent you, right?
Yes. So, you're a member of the student council then? I wonder if she got moved up a few years. She looks even younger than Fee.
Is something wrong?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just wondering, are you a second-year student?
I am, but there's no need for formalities with me. There's no junior or senior in my book. The name's Toa Herschel. I'm the student council president.
President?
Uh-huh. Does that surprise you? I'm sure I'll have plenty of opportunities to interact with you and the other first years during your time here. So if there's anything you need help with, you just come and let me know, okay? I'll do everything in my power to make it better.
Thank you. That's very kind. She's seriously the student council president? That's hard to believe. So, the reason I've come here is because you're holding on to something for Class 7, right?
Oh, of course. Here you go. Yours is the one on top.
Let's see.
Oh boy.
Oh, our student notebooks. I completely forgot about these.
I'm really sorry it's taken so long. Class 7's curriculum is pretty different from any of the other classes. And you're even using a different kind of battle orbment, so yours had to be compiled separately.
Meaning these notebooks have information in them about...
The Arcus, yes. All the student notebooks double as instruction manuals for their accompanying battle orbments. And the other first years are all using the same type as last year, so we could just reuse last year's template. But the Arcus type you're using works quite differently, so we had to write a whole new set of directions from scratch.
Okay, that makes sense. But wait, who's we?
Pretty much just me. Instructor Sarah asked me to do it on her behalf. Which means it's my fault this has taken so long. I'm really sorry.
Oh, no. If anything, it sounds like we owe you a huge debt of gratitude for putting so much time and effort into it. Is that really part of the student council's job, though? It seems more like something our instructor should be handling herself.
Technically, you're right, but she's always so busy. And I help out the other instructors a lot, too, so I don't mind lending her a hand from time to time.
What a nice person. Maybe a little too nice for her own good. I doubt she ever gets a moment's rest around here. So, you just need me to give these to the other students in Class 7, right?
Yes, please. I really appreciate what you've all agreed to do, too.
Huh? What do you mean?
I heard all about it from Instructor Sarah. She said you've agreed to help out the student council with our work, right?
Son of a bitch.
It's such a nice gesture. You're really getting Class 7 off to a great start here at the Academy.
I'm sorry, I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Didn't you tell her that you wanted to help ease our workload? Something about wanting to better yourselves? To prove you were worthy of being a part of this prestigious new class? She said you were all really eager to help out, so I should try to delegate some of my duties to you.
Thank you, my dear. I leave everything in your capable hands. Mwah.
Mwah, indeed.
Mwah, indeed. However...
I'm sorry. Did I misunderstand her or something? Oh, how embarrassing. I didn't mean to start trying to force work onto you when you've only just enrolled.
There's no way I can turn her down. No. Instructor Sarah's absolutely right. Your plate is as full as I've seen, so if I can help you in any way, please let me.
Phew. I thought there had been a terrible misunderstanding there for a moment. But don't worry, I won't give you anything too difficult. It'll mostly just be fulfilling requests from people in the Academy and in Trista.
Requests?
Yep. Sometimes people send in feedback and list things they'd like us to do for them, and we try to help out however we can. I'll pick some up for you to do by the end of the day, and drop the list in your mailbox at your dorm tomorrow morning. Will that be okay with you?
Sure thing. Thanks. Dusk already?
Alright.
What a day. Can't believe she wound up treating me to dinner in the cafeteria. And she's still got more student council work to do yet. How is she so busy? Hello? This is Rien Schwarzer speaking.
Guten Tag, my favorite little Wunderkind. I hear you had a nice little dinner date with the student council president. Ooh la la.
If this is how you treat your favorite little Wunderkind, I dread to think how you treat people you don't like. Would you care to explain why you've been signing me up for things behind my back?
I'll skip the details for now, but it's got something to do with the other part of your curriculum that I'll be announcing next week. I thought it'd be a good chance for one of you to do a little rehearsal before the main event. And since the student council truly is busy, I figured, why not kill two birds with one stone? A fine plan, if I do say so myself.
I have a feeling half the reason they're as busy as they are is because of certain instructors. But all right, I'm happy to play along. Basically, you just want me to spend my free day tomorrow helping the student council, right?
Oh, that's entirely up to you. If there's a club you're interested in joining, far be it from me to force you away from it.
No, to be honest, I still haven't found one that really clicks with me, so that won't be a problem. There is one question I'd like to ask, though. Why me, exactly? This seems like the kind of task typically entrusted to the class president or vice president, so Emma or Machias. And even if you were choosing based on social class, Eustace and Laura were both born into noble families. I wasn't. So what makes me so special, exactly?
Well, in a sense, you're effectively at the center of Class 7.
Pardon?
I'm not saying you're its leader, of course. But in a class full of nobles, commoners, and exchange students, you in particular are special. Surely even you can see that, no?
Well...
That's why I decided to give you first dibs, so to speak. I wanted to get an idea of how things might go from here on out. There's never been a class like yours before, after all. So there you have it. The beans have been spilled all over the place. Ball's in your court now.
Wait, what are you drinking?
Beer, of course. It's the weekend, and I'm stuck wasting away in my room, imbibing libations. Alas, all by my lonesome. If only I had a classy gentleman friend who'd go out drinking with me. But woe of woes, such a man is nary to be found.
Are you okay?
Never better. But you, instead of trying to put everything in its place, why don't you just go with the flow for a change? It seems like you're desperately trying to find something. But if you don't plant yourself somewhere, you're just gonna blow away with the next big gust that comes along. And on that note, make sure you're back in the dorm by curfew and all transgressions will be forgiven. Toodles!
If I don't plant myself somewhere, huh? She may have a few screws loose, but she's got a point. Maybe I should just try going with the flow and see what comes of it.
Oh, boy. Chapter 1, Unconventional Studies. And with that, and on that note, I'm gonna be ending the stream. I'm just gonna end this session of the Trails of Cold Steel 1 New Game Plus Edition. What do I have right now? Anyway, so yeah, I can explore Class 7 dorms on the night before each free day, so I pretty much will go over this real quick. I'm gonna be on the stream here in just a second. I'm just gonna explain, the dorms and stuff, show the map. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do this at the start of next stream. There's a lot. Besides, I got something I need to do just quickly. And a lot of that stuff, and on that note, I am going to go. I got important things to do. But, it's been fun, y'all. Have a nice one. Mwah, as Sarah would say.